Alright, welcome back. Okay, we only have about 10.5 minutes of footage time, so I gotta rock and roll. The chicken's been cooking for 25 and the potatoes have been cooking for 35 at about 375. There's about 3.5 pounds of potatoes in there, and they're about medium to medium large potatoes, and there is about 3/4 of a pound of chicken tenderloin cooking in 6 tablespoons of butter and a couple of tablespoons of oil. Now, I've been cooking the chicken tenderloin, like I said, for 25 minutes. I'm going to take it out. I'm going to give it a cut. I'm going to make sure that the juices run clear. Excellent. Alright. Next up, I'm going to take out a medium saucepan. It is a 3-quart saucepan. Put it on the front burner. That's what I'm going to make my oatmeal in. I'm going to take out a spaghetti pot, and this is going to be for my baked potatoes that are going to be becoming into mashed potatoes. I'm going to take the chicken, and I'm going to take all that oil and goodness that's in there. Be careful because it's hot. And I'm going to strain it into this pan and use it when I make my stuffing. In go those juices, kick in some of the onion, some of the garlic. Alrighty then. Beautiful. Alright, I'm going to take a bowl, place it right over it. I got this warming, hanging out back. Alright, into the juices from the chicken, I'm going to add a couple of cups of water. Just kind of eyeing it out. I got nice cold water that was run nice and cold from the tap. Cold water is best. Hot water's got lead. Remember that. On the back one, I'm actually going to put it on the back left burner and turn it on. I have a low 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 high. I'm going to turn it on just below the 2. I'm going to add about a half a stick of butter to it. I got the front burner turned on high. I got about a half a stick of butter on the back burner that's on just below 2. And that's going to be for the baked potatoes, which are still baking. I'm going to turn the oven right up to about 400 degrees. Get that going along. I'm going to crush myself up some garlic for the potatoes. And it's up to you to decide how much garlic you want to use. I have the philosophy, sneak in vegetables whenever you can. You know, I love garlic, so why not get it in there? Excellent vegetable. Gets rid of werewolves too. Or is it vampires? I don't know. Whatever gets rid of Twilight fans is good by me. Sorry people. If you're a Twilight fan, I don't mean anything. I like Harry Potter. Alright. Now it's 3.5 pounds like I said, so for those 3.5 pounds of potatoes, I'm going to use about a half a stick per pound. So I'll use about a stick and a half, and about a half a cup per pound. So I'll be using coconut milk. So I'll be using about a cup and a half of coconut milk. And I'll also dab in there some Parmesan cheese. Alright, crushing the garlic. Knife is sideways. Rock and roll. Chopping up the garlic nice and quickly. Next up, I'm going to be taking out the cabbage, chopping that up and adding it to this water. And then I'm going to be chopping up some carrots and adding it to that water. salting this. And remember, think about the actual number of potatoes that are in there when you salt it. A little bit more salt in for the oatmeal, but not quite as much. Alrighty then. How are we doing on time? Alright, rock and roll. This cabbage is already washed. I washed it when I got it. So chop it. Turning the water down, it's already begun to boil, so I'm turning it down to about a 4. I'm actually going to take it right off the heat. Chopping the cabbage right up. And next up, 2 carrots. As I'm grabbing my carrots out, these are organic earthbound carrots that are on sale for $1.19 at Wally World. I'm adding a couple more tablespoons of butter to get to that amount that I wanted. It's actually going to be about just under a stick more. So it's just about a stick and a half for my just over 3.5 potatoes of butter. 3.5 pounds of potatoes that I've got in here. I'm adding just about a stick and a half. I'm cooking with the garlic and the salt. This here's going on. I take out my 2 carrots, even though they're organic. I'm going to give them a wash. Nice little scrub down one side. Nice little scrub down the other. Bada boom. Bada bing. Cleaning veggies is the thing. Shake, shake, shake. I love the butt ends. They're awesome. Make that nice and long. Make that nice and long. Flip it over. Flip it over. What are we doing on time? 3 minutes countdown. It's kind of rush hour in here. I only have a camera that films with a 4 gig memory. Chopping these up nice and fine. Kind of little bite size to very small bite size. Have the blade angled away from you as you're chopping. It limits the way that it can injure you. Add that right into the water. Water is going to go back onto the heat. It's been sitting on the side. Next up, I'm going to take out my flaxseed. I keep that in the freezer for a reason. Freezing for a reason. Adding about 4 tablespoons. And I got my oatmeal. Great value, $2.24. It is a bargain. Throwing that in there. And then it's mixeroo time. Bit of this going on in here. It's going to cook up. I'm going to turn the heat back up to about a 6. The garlic's been cooking with the butter on the back. Going to turn that up to about a 3. Potatoes are almost all done. I've actually turned my front burner off, and I'm just stirring up my oats, getting them nice and wet, and they're going to just cook on that front burner by themselves. On the back burner, I'm going to take out some So Delicious unflavored coconut milk, and I'm going to add about a cup and a half. I'm also going to add 3 or 4 tablespoons of half and half. Organic cow, half and half. $3.71 at Hannaford. This all stir. Well, we got about 24 seconds left. So here's the deal. The chicken's good. This is good. The potatoes, they're soft enough. I'm going to take them out, I'm going to cut them up, I'm going to crush them up, I'm going to add them to this with some Parmesan cheese and a little bit more black pepper. It's delicious. Have a good one.